come on. Alrighty, what's going on, guys? It's about 9 something in the morning right now, and we're fishing a new spot. Actually, no, I fished here once in the past, but it was in the winter, so it doesn't count. But we got 2 new reels. One of them is actually new. One of them is one that I haven't used in a while because some of my reels are getting repaired right now. My 2 pin fierces are in the shop, as well as one of my Abu Garcias. So doing something a little different. We got the old pin battle. This thing is a tank. I've had this since it came out. We got a new pin squall, and we're also going to be throwing a carp rod with this reel I got in Europe. The drag is on the bottom, so it's like really easy to turn off loose and tight. I really like that reel a lot. But for bait, we got whatever is in the mystery bag. Some old, really old shad, a mullet, and then we got some fresh shad. I caught in my pond last night. But this canal is very, very small, but there are 7-foot fish in here. Are they gonna be in this spot? We're gonna find out. Let's go and get some baits out. All right, first things first, we gotta go ahead and rig up these shad. Shad is rigged up well, and with the float that we have on, it's not actually keeping the bait off the bottom. It's a slip float, and then after about like 12 to 14 feet, I have a bobber stopper, which is just rigging floss with a uni knot. And so what that does is it just shows me where the fish is at whenever it's swimming with it. So if it comes out of the tunnel, we'll see it. We'll just see the float kind of cruising. It'll allow us to get a proper hook set and not set the hook into slack. How deep is it right here? Not deep at all. Wow, very shallow. Let's see if we can cast this. Oh, that's money. We're gonna toss it into the other side of the tunnel. There's no way, bro. Holy shit. It's so shallow, dude. Oh, come on. And I just saw a big fish roll down there. Honestly, dude, if I want to get that bait further back, I could just walk in the tunnel. Part of me is like not wanting to fish here because of how shallow it is. But the thing is on the other side of this tunnel, it's the same depth. It's like 4 foot deep, and I caught a 7'1" gar. So, I mean, I know they're here. It's just they keep rolling over there. But yeah, what I was saying, man, like the thing about fishing different places for YouTube, it's like if I wasn't doing YouTube, I would definitely go fish the other side because I just want to catch something. But like, if you just fish the same place over and over again, people aren't gonna want to watch that. And I've already done a lot of videos in a lot of the same spots. Honestly, it would be so cool to catch a giant fish in this tiny little thing. Look at this cichlid, bro. You good? What's wrong with you? I don't even see any wounds. Alrighty, guys, so we're gonna move spots. Not only is there no fish here, but it is extremely hot. It is probably gonna rain at some point today, and we're in that period where it's like super humid before the rain, and I'm right in the sun. So we're gonna move just so we can last throughout the day because I wanna get a giant fish today. It's middle of July. They are out and about, but just not in this spot. So I will see y'all at the next location. All right, guys, we came down to the other side of the canal. I haven't seen a single fish roll here. I don't know what's going on, man, or where they're at, or if they're just not active. But unless someone took all the fish out, they're definitely here. They're just not moving. Okay, guys. So the fish are rolling now, but they're over there. And I just walked through a ton of grass that hasn't been cut in a long time, and I'm pretty exhausted. But it does look like it's gonna be cloudy for the most part the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and re-rig one of my rods, and then we're gonna walk back and set up for good over there because we saw 2 fish roll. One was probably about 6 foot. So let's see what happens. Okay, guys, we just had quite a few very annoying events. This rod got snagged on the other side of the canal. I had to break it off, which took forever because this is a 130-pound braid. It broke at the reel, so I just lost a ton of line. I just put it on yesterday, and the stuff is not cheap. And a turtle now has the bait. I thought it would be so snagged that nothing could pick it up, but a turtle has it. And we got a turtle on this one too. So I mean, I don't think I've ever had the turtles bite my baits this bad. And I'm really debating just like moving spots again because this is ridiculous. But let's see if we can't turn it around. I'm gonna try to get some more fresh bait in the cast net and just kind of move them away from the turtles, or try to. Well, guys, I think we waited a little too long. It's pouring, as y'all can see, but I'm gonna cast this back out while we pack up, bring everything to the truck, because you never know. But honestly, the rain feels good. All right, guys, we gotta get the f out of here. Lightning just hit really close. Holy fuck, dude. That came out of nowhere. Like, I'm not kidding. From the time y'all saw the rain start like heavy, I walked to my truck and back, and it maybe took 30 seconds.
This wasn't the first time I've seen crazy weather at this canal. I saw these clouds about 1 year ago. They were there for 5 minutes and then just gone.
Okay guys, so that was not fun, and I just had a moment where the sunscreen on my face like melted from the rain and it dripped into my eyes, and I'm like trying to get all my stuff in my truck. I couldn't see. It was miserable. But usually the rain makes fish turn on. Like, really, I noticed the fish start biting a lot when it rains. So once this passes, we're gonna get some lines out. Like I said, we're going to a new spot. I mean, this spot is like one of my favorites ever, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I mean, a lot of these canals suck a lot of times. Let's get some food in, and then let's go ahead and try our luck at another spot. We're going to pull up on a spot that I'll show y'all in a second. It is a tunnel under this bridge, so you got another canal that is adjacent to this one. And it's really skinny right here, but when it opens up over there, it's big. So it's deep right here. And the last time I threw a bait into this, I caught what literally is the biggest alligator snapping turtle I can even find, like, online. It was so big, dude. It was unreal. So we're gonna put a bait in there because there are gar in there as well. Alrighty guys, we got something on finally. It's swimming against the current, so that is a good sign. That is a fish, and we're hoping it is not a turtle. Alright guys, so we just saw the biggest fish of the day by far roll that way. So I think all the fish that were in this little pocket here are swimming against the current and moving up just a little bit. I don't think they're going way down the canal. So we're gonna move down there with what bait we have left. My cast net broke, so we're kind of having to make sure we don't mess up. Alright guys, we're seeing some tanks roll, but the pumping station being on is really messing up my fishing because my baits are getting snagged. They're going down the canal, but it looks like we have something on this one. Turtle. Let's hope we hit a carp. We got a fish on this rod. We'll let him run. Okay guys, we got what I think is a fish on here. I may have to reel into this fish because I have no idea where he is because I wasn't using a float. That might be the key until the pumps turn off. Oh, stay on there. There we go, come on. Stay on there. Come on. Don't jump, don't jump, don't jump. Well, we got one. He looks tiny as ever. But oh my goodness, am I so happy to get a fish. Hooked in the jaw, dude. Oh my gosh. Well, honestly, as much as I like catching really big gar, it's so good to see little ones in here because there's not really anywhere for them to spawn that I know of. I mean, they need like marshland and floodplains to spawn, so they're spawning somewhere, apparently. These are the feisty ones. They're very quick when they're this size. The big ones are kind of unable to move fast because they're so big. I'm gonna try to get the fish grippers on its jaw. There we go. Okay. All right, buddy. There we go, a little one. I'm just gonna bring him up so we can get the fin sample for the gar lab. They reached out to me. Oh, and there he goes. No fin sample. That's all right. I need to do it on the big ones anyways, but. Alrighty guys, so we are back at the pumping station. The pump's turned off enough to where the water's not like a crazy current. And honestly, dude, I gotta like take a breather. I need to put the floats back on, but like I've been constantly dealing with the rods and trying to get bait away from the turtles, running around trying to get the lines off the snags. It's been chaotic today and I'm like so exhausted. So if we caught a nice one, it would feel incredible. So we're not gonna give up. We are very low on bait and we have very bad bait. It's like old, it's been in the freezer a long time, but if we can just get one fish, that's all that matters. One decent fish. We already got a fish. We got one on the shad over here. It was a small bait, so this might be a small fish, but at this point, I will catch anything that's not a turtle. I'd be very happy about it. Did he drop it? Don't tell me he dropped it. Nope. Got him. Oh, it feels decent. It feels decent. Maybe. Big, pretty decent sized wake. Oh no, he's a little baby. I just cut my finger so bad. He's a little baby, but I don't care at this point. Pull off on the drag because he's bleeding just a little bit. Oh my gosh, you guys, wait, what the heck? He's hooked in the mouth. It must have been under his gill and then it came out and then he stops bleeding and it like when the hook was like pulling out, it caught onto his mouth. All right, let me get my stuff. Yeah, Stalin David with the Gar Lab reached out to me. We did a video together actually, and in that video we caught a fish that I tagged over a year ago, so that was cool. But he and the Gar Lab do research on these fish, and one of the things they do is they take fin samples. And I'm catching so many gar, they were like, why not just take a 1-inch fin sample from some of the fish that you catch? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, because I want to know how old these fish are compared to the fish in the lake, because brackish water fish are usually younger than freshwater fish. You take like a 1-inch. Alrighty guys, not the giant we were after by any means, but like I said earlier, it's amazing to see these fish in here when they're small, because I don't know where they spawn, but apparently it's somewhere, and this is the future of the giant gar in here. And it's really good to get the fin sample. Like I said, I want to know how old these fish are. This is like a little 3.5 foot fish. It's probably like a few years old. I have no idea, honestly. But beautiful fish. I find the ones in here, like they're very light colored compared to most of the gar I catch. But awesome fish. Let's go ahead and let him go. He just took a piss. He's still pissing. Oh my gosh, dude. Do fish drink water? I have no idea. He actually was very cooperative for his size. No joke. Other than the fact that he pissed on my foot, but... Oh, I'm sliding, okay. Alright guys, so super long day as you guys saw. It was not unsuccessful. We caught 2 gar, and it's nice to get the fin sample to get some research with the Gar Lab, see how old these fish are. And you know, honestly, every time I fish, it's like I gotta get the biggest fish I can, get a 7-foot gar, you know, but like sometimes it's nice to chill out and just take it in and just be and catch smaller fish. Like, you know, I had to really like grind all day trying to catch this giant fish. Then when I caught those little ones, I was like, all right, you know what? This is not that bad. I'm having a good time. Yeah, it's hard to enter that mindset sometimes when you have really big fish rolling around you. But you know, at the end of the day, a fish is a fish. But I think next weekend, I'm gonna go back to the canal that I caught my first 7-foot gar at. That used to be like the spot. I mean, you could go there and it would be impossible to not catch a fish. It was so good. And then there was some construction done on the canal, and there was a lot of pictures going around of bow fishermen and spear fishermen at this canal with holding like 7-foot fish dead on the side of the road. I mean, I fished there probably 100 times since I caught a fish there last. Its fall from grace needs to be studied. It's insane. But my love for nostalgia wants to go back just to see if there's like one big fish left. I mean, there has to be one. And the thing is like, you would have thought I would have caught it in the last however many times I fished it, but I didn't. A lot of time has passed, and I want to get one fish out of there before I call it quits for good. But we'll see what happens. As always, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next fishing video.